Hello and welcome to Pocket Gamers YouTube channel. I'm Jon Jordan and this is CSR Racing 2. So this is my car, it's the basic tier 1 car. But we're not looking at cars particularly today, we're looking at the PvP mode. So it's the live race mode where you race against other people. So CSR Racing is a drag racing game, very simple gameplay. You basically tap at the right time to change gear. Much more of the game is about the meta game, it's about the car, it's about tuning it up, it's about getting new bits for it, it's about buying new cars. So but the PvP thing is kind of an important part of it. So this is me on the far right hand, left hand side, Summer Codex. So I've got some little I don't quite know what this means. Is you have a score. I've got 1,102. I don't really know what that means, but some sort of ranking, I suppose. You can see there's various different scores. That, some of them are much higher than me, obviously. So, but what I'm doing here is we can see there's me and there's people who are busy and there's people I can challenge. You can see a lot of people are busy, lots of busy. A few I can challenge. So, so I've been challenged by someone else. So this is a kind of weird thing where I didn't challenge someone. So I mean, they got the same tier 1 car as me. I can't really. They got much higher, whatever that number was, than I have. So I don't know. I can bet some money here as well, but I may as well have a race. So let's see how it works. I could bet some in-game currency here. And this is how the gameplay works. So we're going to go to starting line. There should be a 1, 2, 3 appear, and then off we go. So it's taking a long time. Okay, so here we go. So I need to kind of get this in the green area to get a good start, perfect start. So then I just tap when it goes green. So he's got a much better car than me, he or she. So off they go. So I'm going to lose this race. So that's a bit annoying. It is a bit annoying with this kind of thing where the matchmaking seems to be a bit of a problem, where there's not a lot of races where they're close races. So that other person won by quite a way. Because the thing about PvP is, this is, as you can see, this is what they call synchronous. So it happens at exactly the same time I'm actually playing someone else. So this is why it takes a lot of time. The server's a bit jumpy while I'm waiting around. And you need to do that. Oh, see, they've refused the race. So that's not a good experience for starters. So it's weird that you have this kind of situation where you can go and challenge someone and they can tell you to get lost, because that's just not nice. I mean, they got a nice car there, haven't they? So I'm waiting for them to do something now. And it's kind of really weird because they've chosen to have an asynchronous gameplay, because particularly in this kind of game, you could very simply do it asynchronously, which just basically means I would race against a ghost car. And just computer AI would basically change the gears, because there's not a lot of skill going on here. It's basically just tapping a few times to change the gear. The reason you win is basically the level of your car. So that car's refused the race as well. So I'm really kind of having a pretty bad experience. I'm trying to have a race. I've lost one. Everyone's busy all the time. I don't know what's going on there. That one's a big hole. If I can challenge here, let's try and challenge this person. So I'm waiting for them, and it just makes it really odd. I think you can do synchronous PvP in many games, but obviously you have to design it in such a way that it works super well, which is why most people go for asynchronous. So the games I'm playing at the moment, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, asynchronous. You play against someone else's squad, but the AI runs it. Similar kind of Clash Royale, simpler because it's a card game, but so they refuse the race again. So this is a bit of a problem now. Whether this is just because the game's only just come out, oh, that person's just dropped off, or whether it's they're having issues with this, it's too popular, so the servers are just overloaded and it's hard to ramp up servers, it can be, or whether it's just kind of badly thought through. It is something that, although CSR Racing is being pretty popular, there's a very big single player mode. Obviously there's all the kind of card tuning stuff people can get involved with, so I can bet some money here. PvP is going to be the main retention tool of the game, because it is in all games that people play for a long period of time, and all games that make a lot of money. It's all about playing against other people, whether that's you do have kind of crews, so alliances in here as well. So this is not the only social part, but it's a pretty important social part of it. Okay, so at least I've got a race this time. So it's not that it doesn't work, it's just that it doesn't work very well. Now who's going to win this? We're quite close, so we're well matched, but now he's going to be annoyed if I'm going to win. So I'm winning quite easily now. Or am I? He says that. So maybe this is one that No, one. Okay, so that was quite a good race. That's the kind of, I guess, the ideal of what all races in CSR Racing should be. So I beat him, not by too much. He could have, if it had been a longer race, he may have got back and won. But I do think this is something, and I'm sure I mean, it's not rocket science, that the experience here is not very enjoyable. The other thing to note is the T1 is a tier 1 car, so it's a basic. That's the entry level car. Obviously, you can trick it out and do different things with it. But there's some T2 cars in there, so those are clearly going to be much more powerful cars, I would think. So it's odd that the matchmaking kind of increases as is as well, which to me suggests they're struggling to get enough people at any one time to generate races, which is why it's taking a bit of time to kind of make these matches, and the matches are not as good as they could be. Right, see how we're going to whack the nitro in. No, I'm not going to win. Oh, I am. The other weird thing is you never see an opponent using nitrous. So nitrous is the basic part of CSR Racing. It's basically just a big boost. But which then makes me think, is this actually properly synchronous? Because I can't think that anyone else wouldn't use the nitro. The only thing I can think is they don't. For some reason the animation isn't showing on the opponent, which again would be an odd thing. You want another race? Okay. Okay, come on. See, now I'm waiting a long time. You can see that car just moved a little bit. So again, that's a server issue. Didn't get a perfect start. So he must be using his nitro there because he's gone all funny. Oh, I lost that one because I didn't press the gear lever properly. So they must be using nitro, but it's really odd because nitro is such an important part of the game. You want to see when the other person's using their nitro. So a few teething problems. I'm sure it's nothing more than teething problems, but I think it's something that Natural Motion need to be looking at. So yeah, what's that T2 car doing in there? Very odd. And I think probably what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to go through an automatic system where they just like match you and throw you in there, rather than have this kind of busy challenge, and now it's crashed. Okay, so that's the end of that video. Thanks for watching. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do a lot of this analysis of free-to-play mobile games. So if that's your thing, do subscribe. You won't miss anything. I hope to see you again soon.